What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, going back to Muse. Yes, indeed, Muse Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Angel Sanchez, and Angel wanted to see me react to this. It is Muse with a live performance of a tune called Map of the Problematique. Now, have I heard this song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I have done a reaction to this song. It's back there somewhere on the channel. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's back there. You go looking for it, I'm sure you'll find it. So, yeah, I can't take the song into account here, unfortunately. But having said that, this is a live performance. So, full disclosure here, full transparency, I'm not trying to hide anything. I will not be taking the song itself into account here in any way, shape, or form. The songwriting, the arrangement, nope, non-factors here. I will be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the live visual performance. In this case, it's going to be all about what we see, not what we hear. I will take how well they play the song in a live setting into account slightly, like maybe 2% at most, okay? So just letting everybody know how this is gonna work, all right? Let's see, this was posted by Eugene Findling, okay? And the video has 2,200 views. Well, there you go. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. 2022, 06, 04. So June 4th or April 6th, I'm not sure. 2022. Muse at Rock am Ring Festival. Yeah, this is the full show. I was told to start at 23:29, which is right where we're at. And I'm supposed to end at 27:46. Well, we know how that goes. Sometimes I hit the mark, sometimes I don't. We'll see how today goes, I guess. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Matt's already creating stage energy, moving around. Oh, don't pogo. Like Chris is moving around too. Good to see.
Like everything
Good mic awareness. Okay. I know I'm not taking the song into account. I know the songwriting and the arrangement are a complete non-factor here, okay? But I remember when I did my first reaction to this song, and I believe when I reacted to it, I asked the question, is this a song that is, you know, played live on a regular basis? And from what I remember in the comments, or now there might be a possibility I'm thinking of another reaction here, but I mean, if I remember correctly, the comments were pretty consistent, and the general census was no, it's not a song that they regularly play out. It's one of those special gems that they reserve, you know, for, you know, special shows, special occasions. Maybe if they haven't played it on a tour in, like, you know, 5 years, they'll whip it out and, you know, put it on not even all their shows, just like their biggest shows. So by doing that, it's just like that extra special treat, you know. It's that little extra oomph that just adds to the overall presentation, the overall show, because the crowd is going to go, oh, we get this, because they may not play this tomorrow night or, you know, 3 nights from now or whatever. This may be one of, like, you know, 5 or 6 shows on the entire tour where they actually play the song. And when it's your town and it's the show that you attended and you get it, it makes the crowd feel a little extra special. So that's always a good thing. As far as the live show goes, they've checked off pretty much every single box. Stage presence, yes. Stage energy, definitely. Stage interaction, ooh, no, I haven't seen any yet. Crowd interaction, yep, we've seen that one. Showmanship, yeah, I've seen showmanship. Production, definitely. Their production is top notch, man. It really is. I wouldn't call them, and the funny thing is, as amazing as their production is, I still would not classify them as a production-based band. They use a lot of production. They put a lot of thought and a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of financial backing into their production, but they could have a show where there's none of it, and they could bring that live energy, and they could bring the showmanship, and they could bring the live presentation to the stage themselves. They absolutely could. They don't rely on their production to put on the show for them, but their production is massive. And it's on display here. So now I got no problem with anything I'm seeing, honestly. I would be nice. I would really like to see some stage interaction at some point, so I could just give it even if it's a weak check. I really would like to be able to give it a check so I can give them the highest score I could possibly give them. So let's hope we see some. Let's hope we see some stage interaction. That would be great, because everything else they've checked. So let's get back into this, shall we? I missed the mark. I missed it. I heard the song and I'm like, oh, I missed it, didn't I? Yep, I missed it by 4 seconds. Dang it. Oh well. All right, so I guess today is not going to be one of those days where I'm dead on accurate. That's a bummer. Anyway. Not really a whole lot to talk about because I said everything I wanted to say during the course of the reaction. So let me get my thoughts together. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Muse with a live performance of Map of the Problematique. This was a request from Angel Sanchez. Okay, this is going to be a short review, guys. In all seriousness, do not get comfortable. Because I said everything I needed to say during the course of the reaction. So I'm going to hit some bullet points, bing, bop, boop, and we're going to call it a day. Let's start with the score first, and we'll go from there. Now, before I give my score, I do need to remind everybody, I've done a reaction to the song before, way back on the channel. If you want to know what I thought about the song, you can go check out that reaction back there. It's somewhere back there. But this is all about the live visual performance. So I'm not taking the song into account here, folks. Like I said, if you want to know what I thought about the song, go check out that reaction. This is all about the live visual performance. I will take how well they played the song into account very slightly. So keep that in mind, all right? Okay, now let's get to the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.4, what does that mean? Well, an 8.4 would translate to a great skill rating because overall, I think this was a great live presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.4, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Like I said, this is all about the live show. So let's go down the live show checklist and let's see how many boxes they got. Stage presence, yeah, check. They look like performers. They acted like performers, and I think they got the stage presence down. Stage energy, yeah, check. Mostly Matt putting in all the heavy lifting. I did see Chris moving around a little bit here and there, but I would say 90% of the heavy lifting was done by Matt, but it's still done. You know, moving all the way over to the right wing, back to the center of the stage, moving around the stage, pogoing. I'm not a fan of pogoing, but hey, look, it's energy, so I'll take it. Stage interaction. This was the one thing that they did not get. I didn't see anybody on stage interacting with anybody. So they all kind of stayed off in their own little worlds on this one, stayed separated, unfortunately. So this one does not get a checkbox, unfortunately. Crowd interaction. Yeah, check. It was subtle. It was done very subtly, but I did see a number of times where Matt would point to the crowd or fist up to the crowd or point the neck of his guitar to the crowd while he played. You know, that's all crowd interaction. It's not huge. It's subtle, but it's still being done. So I can give it the checkbox. Showmanship. Yeah, check. Again, most of the heavy lifting done by Matt, but listen, it's being done. That's the important thing. Production. Oh yeah, these guys always have production. What I love about these guys is they could do a show without all of that production and it would still be good because especially Matt knows how to give off all of those other checkboxes. He knows how to interact with the crowd. He knows how to create stage energy. I've seen him in the past with other performances interact with Chris and Dom. And when Mrs. Heretic, when I saw them perform live, we saw firsthand how much it happens. We just didn't get it in this one performance. But unfortunately, I'm basing my evaluation on this one performance of this one song. So, but yeah, the production was absolutely there. It's always bonus points. So a lot of thought and effort and time and money goes into their production. So yeah, they definitely get that check. I would put the overall live performance, honestly, from what I saw with everything, I would give it about an 8.2. But I'm giving this an 8.4. Now, normally, this is where I would say, with most live performances I do, where the live show, can help your score or hurt your score. But the thing is, this is all about the live show. So why am I going from an 8.2 to an 8.4? I did say that I would take how well they play the song in a live performance into account. Not the song itself, not the songwriting, not the arranging, none of that. But how well, musicianship-wise, vocal-wise, how well they play the song, I told you it would account for about 2% of the score. Well, moving up from an 8.2 to an 8.4 is a difference of 0.2. And based out of 100 different scores, a 0.2 would be 2%. So, yeah, there it is. Is a 0.2 difference, which would be, in this case, a 2% difference. Due to the fact that there are 100 different scores, and it would be, okay, well, there's from 0 to 10 point to 9.9. 0.0 to 9.9. That's 100 different variables, right? 0.2 would be 2 points. So 2%. There you go. That's how I ended up at an 8.4. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.4, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I've spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.